Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. This is a screenshot from a young lady's video right after the rapper Young Dolph was murdered. I'm going to zoom in and show you some things. Okay? I'm assuming these are the EMTs and paramedics when they came to get him. You can see the uniform, stethoscope, gloves, his arm hanging out the window, yellow shirt, broken glass. Okay? I mean, and then you can almost see the EMT's face right here, silhouette of the other one. Nothing unusual, right? But mind you, folks, we're going to focus in on this area right here. You see the broken glass at the top, a little bit on the sides. We're going to focus right here. Okay? Zoom in some more. Pull up some of the bright. Some focus in. Okay. Here we go. Now, I'm going to go to a few more screenshots, and I'm going to show you how this drastically changed and how a lot of people don't understand where they are, the type of system that you live in, as far as spiritually, when you get murdered or die, how certain entities and beings come for you. Okay, I'm going to zoom in right here. I have it circled. A little bit blurry. But I'm going to take you back to the last shot. Nothing really visible to see, because this thing is manifesting in. Okay, just showed you that. Now I'm going to zoom in right here, folks. This is when it gets really, really real. Okay. See the being with his arm reached out on the body of the deceased man? Young Dolph. Okay, go to the next shot. This thing manifested in, folks. I'm trying to tell you, and it got clearer and clearer. Let's go to the next shot. Boom. Now this is where the magic starts. You see the broken glass, like I mentioned before, the EMT, the glove, other EMT off to the side, and you see it circled with the arrow pointing directly to this entity that's ushering Young Dolph's soul. It's a system, people. When you pass away, you got to stand in the line too. You get your license, you got to stand in line. Everything here is it's all a simulation of the things your experience in the afterlife. Now you clearly can see the entity's face right here. He's wearing like I was on the phone with Maverick Capoe. He said, "Riz, it looked like the guy's wearing like a Pope hat, you know." And look at the white garment. Now let's zoom in on that. Wow. Okay, it gets greater, folks. I'm gonna zoom out for perspective. Okay, tap out of there. Another shot. Wow, look at this, folks. Got to zoom in on my device. Okay. Here's the guy we just mentioned, and then look, you can see his arm is out. Then you see this strange face right here. Let's zoom in a little tighter. Now I'm just going to hold that there the best I can, folks. I did shoulders on Wednesday, so my shoulders are beat. So excuse the shaking. And I lift heavy weights. You see him right there, folks? That's Dolph's soul coming out of his body, and this creature next to him is ushering him in. Now I got to zoom out because it's going to keep bouncing around like that. We'll zoom out to about there and then move the device in. Okay, folks, check that out. See him? Pulling the guy's soul out of his body. The man with the white hat on. You can see the black line going around the back of it. You see his face. He's wearing white garments. Now, let me hold that in with 2 hands. So clear to see. And then look at the face next to him. Moving on. See if we have a better shot. Okay. Zoom in on this. Same deal. See this, folks? You can review any video and see if you could pick this up on your own. But this was from the young lady that was live on her Instagram or whatever she was filming. And she was saying, oh my God, people, young Dolph just got killed. Young Dolph just got killed. You could try to find that video. And then I could even break it down more to you to where as though, hold on, don't put that yellow tape up. I'm on my break. Like she was on a lunch break and then didn't want to be taped into the crime scene because then her car wouldn't be able to move and her get back to work. So it's that video, folks. Yeah, this is me not spitballing or anything. I mean, you clearly can see a face on that entity right there. See the black of the eye? Next to the body of rapper Young Dolph. And it's so crazy how the Most High gives you signs and all things. Like a lot of times when I ride to the gym, you know, I'm riding with one of my buddies and, you know, he's playing music off his phone and he's playing like a lot of Young Dolph. And I'm like, damn, this brother's all right. You know, crazy beats, you know. I can't be programmed and brainwashed by TV and music. So I can pretty much listen to anything and I'm not going to mimic it. You know, I appreciate sound. And, you know, so I'm like, okay. And every day we're going to the gym, at least 2 Dolph songs will play. And I'm like, this is the most Dolph I ever heard in my life. You know, my son plays them a lot too. But I'm like, wow. And all of a sudden he's murdered. Coincidence? I don't believe in those. But yeah, folks, that's the entity that scooped up Young Dolph. And I'm going to prove to you how when you pass away, this is from an older video I've done, it's entities waiting for you, whether good or bad. Now, this is a screenshot off the highway taken by moi, you know. You see the crazy looking sky. Look at the dark mass, you know, blocking out all visible light. I mean, a little bit of light's creeping through, but there's no storm here. There's no hurricane, like, you know, but people don't understand, you know. And then when we zoom in here, you can see the soul or spirit of this little girl being taken up by this creature. You see her white dress, her bonnet, her blue blouse. You can see it. I mean, it literally, you can see the folds going over her dress. You see her legs, her shoes are pointed down like the Wizard of Oz, like Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz being pulled up into a twister. Let me hold that in for you. Hopefully to focus. Okay, let's see. Pull down some light. There we go. Crystal clear. Everything I just described. White dress, blue bonnet, flowing upper blouse or garment, legs, feet, shoes. That's her going up to that creature. Sam? Yep. Lion body, curved tail, spinal cord exposed, paws out, and ghoulish looking face. Now let me hold it in with 2 hands and then maybe pull down some light so you can get a good perspective on that ugly mug. You see it? Right there. I'm gonna zoom out. You see the interaction? You see the little girl being pulled up? People think it's a joke. I hear a lot of people talking about it, but show it, prove it. And I appreciate the people that share my videos You know, because it seems like it's like a cabal on YouTube, and they're all stick together, and they only promote a set group. You know, I see everything. It's not hard. Now, this is the same situation I put into the cartoon format, just so you can get the gist of it. Show you the entity's face. There we go. Oh, it's acting crazy, folks. Damn gremlins. Let's pull down some light. That's the creature's face right there. You see his paws coming out. That's the face. See the crazy looking body? The tail, arms coming out, reaching out to her. Crazy face. Another crazy face right there. Like, can't make this up, folks. The little girl in the dress, the bonnet, the blue bonnet. I mean, you can see that that's clearly a hat on top of her head. Her face is illuminated. Her dress is white. Her shoes look like she's wearing like jelly bean style shoes. Black with the strap. And its foot is pointed. No one's going to show you this. Shout out Matlock Soap. Sunshine Hand. Me and her converse about this many times when I show this. So clear to see. Of course, we'll pull down some light because they're hating on us. And that's the little girl being ushered up after death. And that's the ghoulish creature that's pulling her in. Yeah, I mean, this is on my channel, folks. I even went so deep to show the background here. You can see a giant creature just waiting in the wings. You see the half a face, the nose, the eye, the hair. Yeah, it's real. You see the face? Yeah, let me move on, folks, because I'm really beating dead horses at this point. Told y'all the Grim Reaper a long time ago on Collage Channel is here. People didn't want to believe it, but look at all the death and destruction. And it's just set toward one group, no one else. You got to know your enemy. My direct enemy looks exactly like me. The other one is in the wing somewhere that can create systems and programs and creates the zombies. You know? City of Brotherly Love? I don't think so. When you have Rodin's Gates of Hell in the Philadelphia Art Museum and you wonder why so much violence. Any state you go to, wherever you see the people of the sun, black people, whatever you want to call them, it's going to be the worst, trashiest neighborhoods you ever seen. It's going to be ultra violent. And that's the curse that's placed on the chosen people of God for being disobedient. Okay? And unaware and oblivious that God is real. Okay? Nothing happens by accident. Everything is intelligently designed. The moon is just a light inside the firmament. That's why no one ever went there. It's impossible to land on a light fixture. Cut it out, folks. Same thing with the sun. You live in a system, an intelligent system. Creates the weather, the whole 9 yards, light and dark. I broke this down numerous times. This is the face of the entity. You see the tools of his trade. The sickle or sai. Now I'll zoom in on his face to show you. This is the angel of death. You see his face, black eyes, monstrous looking mug, crazy looking hair. Hold that in for you. Shout out Yeshua Pandera. Speaks about the Grim Reaper all the time. Told y'all a long time ago. The Grim Reaper is here. Can't you see? Even if I didn't show you this, you know it's the angel of death floating around. Again, another agent or angel of death. Trust me, they come for you when you pass. I mean, all you need to do is get to my channel. I do EVPs and everything. I'm in communication with the spirit realm. Getting direct lines of communication from deceased loved ones and more. giving you confirmation on things. But, I understand there's a cabal on YouTube that sticks together, and they avoid people like me. They avoid sharing my content. They avoid putting me into your timeline. I get that. I have people text me and call me and say, Rez, you put a video out, but I got the notice 4 days later. I know. We know what they're doing. No one's doing this at this level. Somebody mentioned Gina Marie to me. I'm like, really? Everybody and their mother starts showing the solar flare as soon as I broke them down to what they truly were. Whether they're real or fake. If NASA's giving you a set of a video and this is solar flares. Okay, well, they're giving you an Easter egg inside of it. And I bought that out. So I understand people mentioning Gina Marie because she's, pumped and promoted a lot of subs. No hate toward her, but they're never going to make my channel go viral, make my videos go viral. The stuff I'm doing, I see on television shows. Let's watch the Travel Channel, any supernatural show they have, Beyond Belief, you name it. I've showed ghosts. I've showed everything. And I even let you hear into the spirit realm. When does it become enough? It's a shame. I should have millions of subscribers, But I understand, this is hell. They're not going to put me on a pedestal. They only put their own on pedestals. We know that. You see the Grim Reaper's face. You see the V-neck collar going around his cloak. The black garment. The tool of the trade, the sai. You see the long, come on, you think that's a straight line by accident? See, that comes from a basic, you don't have understanding of geometry, angles, nothing. And you think this is a cloud formation when this is some type of giant entity? Here's his eye, massive horn, nose, mouth, head. Like, come on, I'll zoom in just on that creature. See his eye? He's looking right at the Grim Reaper. I'm moving on. Yeah. And this is from Gina Marie's channel. They can show you stuff, but can they really show you stuff? I call this entity Storm. It looks just like the X-Men character Storm. People talk about X-Men and we this and we that, but can you show them? Can you show me? Or are you just talking from a story that you interpreted from cartoons and stuff, and then you're trying to connect the dots? That's cool, because that raises awareness. But can you show the X-Men? See the black eyes and nose, the decorative hairstyle showing intelligence, wearing clothing, and it has another entity right next to him, right next to her with wings. You see his head, his body. I mean, let me just zoom in on that and just let it resonate. See Storm? See the creature next to her? I mean, wow. Let's zoom out on that a little bit. Yeah. I don't see anyone giving credit where credit is due. I just hear people plagiarizing, other people's stuff. When you hear me talk, I don't sound like Phil Valentine or Dr. York or, anybody you want to name. Like, what's this other guy? All these so-called spiritual gurus. I don't talk like them. I didn't study them. What you're hearing is 100% from me, not from anyone else. You'll never hear me regurgitate something someone else said. Oh, you sound like Dr. Phil Valentine or this, that, and the third. You can never say that about me because I never watched these people. Okay? People talk about angels, but can you show one? See the wings, the halo, the crown, the body, the fish tail like a lobster. Let's zoom in on the face. Like Yashua Pandera says, y'all think I'm play pimping out here. Y'all just don't know. Y'all really don't have a clue. My channel is the keys to fucking life. It's letting you know what this place is, what you need to do. Chosen ones, stop killing each other. What's wrong with y'all? You got a choice. And you see all the other faces around that face? You see his crown, you see his eyes, you see his beard, and the multitude of other faces. that's engulfed around him. Now let's zoom out for perspective. Y'all let me know when clouds have bodies and shapes like this and make organic looking wings and a lobster or fish type tail. You think that's a joke? You think clouds make flowy organic shapes like that? And I get it. I'm trained in art. I went to art school, and as a child, I went to high school for art. So I understand shadow, shape. I understand the anatomy of men and women. It's just a lot of stuff I overstand. You know, and that's what it is. Look, World Health Organization. Obesity has reached epidemic proportions globally. Okay, 2.8 million people die every year as a result of being overweight or obese. That's crazy, folks. 2.8 million people every year. And we focus on other things. Showed you a Yeti, Sasquatch type creature maybe a year ago. I look at the video on my channel, it's barely viewed. People talk about Bigfoot. They talk about Chewbacca. They talk about all these entities that's associated, when UFOs are seen, or, Bigfoot seen in the woods, but he can never be captured. And, it just seems like he disappears into dimensions. Yeah, I've been showing y'all that. That's taken on my block on someone's roof. Of course, I lightened it up so the spiritually dead and blind can see. See the fur, the eye, the nose, the mouth, the ears. Come on, folks. This is on someone's roof. And the square shape you see behind there is a chimney, folks. A chimney that's on someone's roof. That's a pretty big sized chunk of stone and concrete and bricks. And this thing was trying to cloak itself in front of it and not move. And then I looked up and I heard movement. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I took the picture, and then the moon was super crazy that night, right above the head of this entity. Yeah, people talk about Bigfoot, but show me a real picture. Come on, you see the black ears, looks like the dog man. Eye, black nose, mouth. You can see the detail in the fur. But y'all follow these lames out here. I get it. Y'all are in a cult. Y'all secretive, and y'all work together, and y'all stick together. I know who you are. I see you. Y'all all promote each other, and not the real truth. Just the plagiarized truth. Because you're getting it from the source. So I guess I'm still doing my job, even if you don't give me credit. Okay? And that's the original right there. And I put highlight on it, and that's the part of the moon that I cropped out. But on the original video, it's up there. Moving on. Let's see what else we have here for the naysayers that don't believe anything. That, I couldn't see that. Sure you can. If I'm spoon feeding you the way I'm spoon feeding you, I'm trust me, I'm activating you. So you should be thanking me. Oh, UFOs ain't real. None of that stuff is real. Sure it is. You see the cloak craft in broad daylight, hovering, not moving, just stationary, parked in the sky. Of course, the inhabitants of hell will never see it. They don't have a clue. Okay? See it? Like Wonder Woman's invisible jet. And you wonder where they get these concepts from. You think they just come out of the blue. Idiotos. Black and white. So you can see more detail. See the illumination in the front of the craft. Shimmering and shining. Okay. Moving on. There's the craft right there. For all the lame brains that say UFOs ain't real. Sure they are. Only thing's not real is your mentality. Savages. That's all I see. Bunch of people that look like me that all they want to do is rob, rape, steal, kill, carjack, mutilate, harm. Just a detriment to society. And don't get me wrong, it's not all of us, folks. It's only like maybe like 12 to 16%. But guess what? One bad apple ruins the whole bunch. You get one bad apple with maggots and worms, it infects the whole bunch. Okay? This is a full shot of the UFO. I have it circled for the blind, like Wonder Woman's invisible jet. You see the motorized parts in the back, tail section, fin, cockpit. Yeah. Moving on. I don't know anyone on YouTube that ever showed you like this formation right here where the sun is being blocked out because it's local. You see the sun rays going up because the sun's not in space, it's right above you. Okay? The clouds is right in front of it. It's not millions of miles away. And then take you on the edge and show you entities on the clouds. I did this before, but when I go back to that video, it barely has views. That's why people really don't understand who I am and what I do. I'm showing you spiritual beings on the edge of so-called clouds with their arms open like the Redeemer statue in Brazil. You got to be kidding me. You saw these entities on the edge? You think this is a game? You think I'm making this up? I got some type of condition? The only condition you have is the human one. I'm beyond human. I'm multidimensional. Shout out, brother, multidimensional. Because it's the facts. And you won't ever hear me sound like anyone else because everything I bring is original. You see the angel right here hanging off to the side where he should have fell down? Looks like Bullwinkle, the moose. See his wings folded down? His horns, his black nose, strange looking body. Showed this before, and then we have another one flying away. Same creature, wings flapped down, fish looking body, strange horns and head. Yeah. Trust me. If you go before me, they'll tell you about me. They know me. Trust me, they know me. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for the fuckery and the material gain from the stuff that comes from the forest and the ground. You got to be kidding me. You think you're here to work and retire and then die before you collect your whole pension? You're a fool. Been showing you UFOs, illuminated cockpit, pointed geometry, tail section. I mean, come on. Wake up. That's all I can tell you. Wake up. And I understand a lot of y'all are with the system. You're minions. I've been showing you that the waters above are separated from the firmament. I consistently say that. You see the shark creature with the fins, tail, mouth, strange looking so-called gray alien with a frog looking creature on its back. I'll zoom in for you. See him? Like the creature from the Black Lagoon. See the frog looking creature? You see his legs splayed open? Get the focus right. There we are. And then the giant shark, and you can see it has something in his mouth. If I zoom in tighter, you can see his teeth. Dorsal fin, tail fin, looks like the underbelly of a hammerhead shark. Yeah. But Riz, I don't know anything, I'm just here like everybody else to be a damn zombie. Nope. Peace, love, and light. That's all I can tell you. It's 100% real. People think it's a game. Young Dolph just got murdered, and I don't see anyone. All I see is a bunch of people talking. Oh, young Dolph. I'm letting you know this man's soul got snatched out of his body, and here he is, right here, and here's the entity that's taking him on his journey. Hopefully it'll be a good one. Peace, love, and light.